Hi everybody, I'm Viggy Parhampton, and it is time for another episode of Horror History. Now this one is very near and dear to my heart. I actually wrote a whole book inspired by this. We are going to be talking about the transorbital lobotomy. So the transorbital lobotomy is basically where a doctor or a surgeon takes an ice pick or an ice pick-like instrument, inserts it through the back of the eye into the brain, and kind of swishes it around to sever connections in the frontal lobe of the brain. Now, why would this be performed? It was used as a treatment for everything from hysteria to schizophrenia and kind of everything in between. It was pioneered and invented by Dr. Walter Freeman in the 30s and based on the leucotomy that was created by Dr. Egaz Moniz before that. So the idea behind the surgery was that being able to do something that was quick and effective, you didn't even have to be in a surgical suite to do it. This would help get people out of the horrific institutions, mental institutions that so many people were in. And while in some cases the lobotomy did make people more docile, they were even sometimes called more like household pets, it often left people incontinent, unable to take care of themselves, completely stripped of any personality they had before the surgery. So nearly 40,000 Americans were lobotomized before the procedure became either heavily restricted or just fell out of favor. And people did die during the surgery sometimes. They would first be subdued with electroshock most often, and then the surgery would be performed. And in 1967, Dr. Walter Freeman performed his final lobotomy on a patient named Helen Mortensen, who suffered a cerebral hemorrhage and died. After her death, Dr. Freeman was banned from operating on patients. Now, the lobotomy is an absolutely horrific chapter in our medical history. I think it started off with good intentions. Let's help people who are suffering from mental illnesses that we cannot cure. But it turned into something that became a seeming cure-all for things that weren't even problems to begin with, and the lobotomy just ended up creating bigger problems. Now, if you're interested in reading more about the lobotomy, I recommend The Ice Pick Surgeon by Sam Keene or My Lobotomy by Howard Dully. And as I mentioned, I also have a book coming out that is all about the lobotomy. It's called A Veritable Household Vet, and it publishes on January 28th. And as always, stay tuned for more episodes of Horror History.